Well, let's get more on the markets now with James Butterfill, who joins us from Girona in Spain. He's owner and consultant at Digital Asset Associates, which analyses the financial services sector. Welcome to the program, James. Let's start with Brexit first. So it does look like that the EU will grant Theresa May a delay, albeit one that's longer than she had hoped for. How are the markets feeling about that?
I think the best measure of how the markets are feeling is looking at the currency markets. And today we've seen a weakness in sterling. So I think that's really reflecting the market's concern about whether or not Theresa May can get a one-year extension to Brexit, or until December, approved through Parliament. So it's pretty clear the EU leaders are willing to accept this, but it might be very, very challenging for her to get this through Parliament right now. And Parliament's incredibly split at the moment, and so I think it reflects the UK population, which is incredibly split about having a no deal or a remain scenario.
Yes, now investors were a little relieved in recent weeks after it looked like that a no-deal Brexit was off the table. Do you think that the prospect of a one-year delay might get them worried again?
Yeah, I think that there are much greater risks now of a no deal. I think it's still considered a tail risk, as portfolio managers put it. So not the core scenario, but certainly, I mean, you could put some probability, maybe even up to 35–40% of a no deal. There are a hardline core group of Tory and some Labour Party members that are keen to pursue a no deal because they feel that the UK will be better off, and they also want done with this political uncertainty. They argue that it's very detrimental to the UK economic growth, but so far actually figures over the last 2 years and even in the last 3 months have been quite positive given the circumstances.
And just quickly, James, we know investors have been quite fatigued with the US-China trade war, which is still going on, but how are they feeling now that Donald Trump is threatening another trade war with the European Union?
Yeah, I think it's wrong to extrapolate what's happened in China to Europe. In China, we feel it's very much a political and a geopolitical power struggle going on. Where in Europe, I don't think Europe is seen more as allies. So I'd be very surprised. Also, the US exports $1 trillion worth of trade to Europe. It's its largest trading partner. I think it's a very different kettle of fish to start getting involved in the trade war with Europe than it is with, say, China.
Okay, James Butterfill in Spain, thank you so much for your time.